Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. It is Thursday the 17th of June and it's about 10 to 1 in the afternoon. So we are on our next leg of our Line 6 walk. And we are picking up where we left off. So we're at Finch Avenue West. And oh, there's no street sign here. It is Milvan and Finch West. So actually the street is Milvan and Rumike. So we left off here rather last time. I think just across the street I think we left off. Okay, we're going to continue. And we are walking west on Finch. As you can see, we're on a new pathway here because the sidewalk just behind the fencing here is closed off. And across the street, on the south side of Finch, there's no pedestrian thoroughfare there. So everybody has to walk on this side of the street. So getting here today was a little bit hectic. I drive up to my destination, so I just parked in the neighborhood. And so it makes it easier to get up here and do this walk. So again, we are exploring new territory today. I've never been this far west on Finch because if I need to go to the west end, I would either take the Allen or Eglinton. Not the Allen, sorry, the 401. And there I have been known to take Eglinton all the way like into Mississauga. So I know this far west at Eglinton, but not so much, or not at all rather, from Finch. So now that I'm walking during these hot summer, bright, warm weather months, I thought it best to, rather than just lathering up with sunscreen, I thought it's probably better to wear long sleeves. I'm not wearing long pants, but I'm wearing long sleeves and a big hat. And I'm actually wearing a collared shirt because I want to be as protected as much from the sun as possible. Sunscreen is good, but when I'm out for a long period of time, even walking, I do get sweaty, and that moisture can dilute the sunscreen. So I want to be as protected as possible. So our next station should be Duncanwoods Drive. I think that might be up here at the lights. I think when I left the house it was 18. Maybe that was the last time I looked at the temperature. Could have been before I left the house, but it certainly is warm. It's not 32, I know that. It's supposed to get up to 24 today. When it's like 30 and 32, it was during one of my walks. I think it could have been the first stretch of this Line 6 walk. I think that day it was like 30 or 32. So Finch is, so I drove actually along Finch to get to my start today. I did that for two reasons. One, because I couldn't find a faster way. Anyhow, long story, but so I took Finch the whole way, and it's one thing to walk it. The only thing that holds you back from walking or stop you from, you know, just barreling through are, of course, the lights. So stopping at the traffic lights. But for the cars, it's a whole other story. I don't know why anybody would want to drive along Finch right now. It is slow, one lane each way, and, you know, hoping that nobody has an accident or a stalled vehicle, because it would be next to impossible wait time. Okay, we are at Duncanwoods Drive. So this is the next stop. So it's either right down Duncanwoods, or it could be down just a few yards further east to where I am right now. Okay, now I can walk on either side of the street. No, maybe not. I'm going to continue here. Yeah, there is a newly asphalted walkway here, so I think that's a pretty strong indicator to walk on the north side of the street. So my last video, as you know, how many of those signs I missed? I think 4, where it said you can't walk here, you can't walk here, and I continued walking. I can't do more than one thing clearly at a time, so I am just following suit here. It's obvious that we're supposed to be walking here, so that's what I'm doing. Follow the signs. Hope everybody is doing well. I have a favor to ask. Why don't you guys let me know constructive feedback, not critical, but constructive feedback I'm looking for. What is it about these videos that you like? What is it about my videos that you like? And what is it about my videos that you don't like? I'd like to hear from you guys, so I can perhaps consider fine-tuning to your preferences. At the very least, I'd like to hear from you guys. I do get some comments. Thank you very much to those of you who watch and provide some feedback. I appreciate it. Appreciate it that you guys even watch my videos. So we're at Finchdale Mall right here, outdoor shopping mall. Dollar store, optical store, beer store, bank, and then Centra Food Market. Oh, never heard of Centra Food Market. I wonder if it's just a one of. So our next stop is at Pearldale. I think I see the signage for it, the street sign for it right now. You guys might not be able to see it, but there's a set of lights just up ahead here. And I think I'm reading Pearldale on that sign. It is. This is it. Pearldale Avenue. And to the west of, or sorry, to the south of Finch, it's called Ardwick Boulevard. Pearldale north of Finch and Ardwick south of Finch. Supposed to cross here. Here it is. Okay. Down there, you have to come up here. So I guess this looks like where the Pearldale station is going to be. Stop is Rowntree Mills. Uh-oh. I did it again. Did I do it again? I did it again. Seriously? Seriously. I have to cross. Now, is there a sign that says you can't go down this way? Well, there is this signage right here. Look at right here. I missed it, okay? So let's count how many I'm gonna miss today. That is not my goal. My goal is to get it right. Okay. Okay, now we're crossing Finch to the south. So we are walking on the south side of Finch, going west momentarily. Really, I missed it again. Goal is here. Read all the signs. Sometimes I'll look at something, and you know, I've been known to look at somebody that I know in a mall or on the street or something, look right at them and not acknowledge, because I'm not seeing them. I'm looking, but I'm not seeing. And then I hear my name being shouted out, saying, you looked right at me, and you walked right past me. Really? I don't know what that's called. Preoccupied, maybe? Now, I'm going to pay attention to the signs up here. If I can continue walking on the south side, or if I have to cross the street. Okay, there's a sign up ahead, pedestrians, please use other sidewalk. Shall do. Shall do. Do have to cross here first. Okay, I am reading the signs. I am reading the signs. Down by 2031, projected ridership is expected to be around 2,800 passengers per hour in the peak direction. And the tracks are separate from traffic and transit, or with transit signal priority at the intersection. So that's good, unlike buses who get stuck behind traffic and that kind of stuff. So that's good. Okay, here we go. So now we're crossing back over to the north side of Finch. So the fares that will be used on this line will be Presto. That will be the point of payment. Ever since I actually picked up a Presto card, I found it so much more convenient than tokens. I remember having to, go and buy like a bunch of tokens, and then having to always go buy tokens. I buy them in bundles, but still. And then, you have to wait behind people and whatever. Anyway, with Presto, it was great because I can just have Presto automatically, I think it's charging my Visa, or is it deducting it from my bank account? I can't remember what the method is, but you can set it up so that you don't ever have to worry about making sure that there's enough money on your card. I had it set up so that there would always be, it wouldn't go below a certain amount, and that amount I based it on when we used the train to, like the up to go to Pearson, to go to the airport. And I think it's $12 a ride. I could be completely wrong. I don't remember. It's been so long. But it would never get below a certain amount, and if it did, then it would automatically put more money onto my card, and it would come out in my statement. It's so convenient. Okay, Islington. Now this says Islington Avenue here. Yeah, this is Islington Avenue. This is going to be another station. It's not called Islington. It's called, yeah, that's going to be called Rowntree Mills. Yeah, this is certainly, looks like station work to me. Just across the street here. Yeah, so this is going to be called Rowntree Mills Station. Okay, let's make this walk. Oh. Pedestrian walkway. Okay, nothing's telling me I can't walk here, right? Right. Okay. Let's hope that's true. Here's the Humber River. Unfortunately, the camera can't pick this up, but there's this beautiful bird. It looks like a blue herring. Long neck, long legs, just standing in the river. Oh, I wish I could show you. I wish you could see. That's the type of wildlife, at least in my neck of the woods, that you don't see. You only see it cottage country, not in the middle of Toronto. Pretty windy, so I'm sorry if it is interfering with the audio. Look at all those cement cylinders there. Okay, so yeah, read the signs. It says to walk here. There's a clear pathway. Certainly wouldn't want to be walking on the south side. And because it's pretty windy and with all these pebble piles, like dirt piles, yeah, it's blowing a lot of dust my way. Glad to not be wearing contacts. But I do feel the grit on my lips, in my mouth. Yum yum. So it makes it a bit awkward holding the camera. So I'm holding the camera and my water bottle in one hand and holding down the rim of my hat with my other hand. That's how windy it is. I sort of feel like out in the middle of nowhere here. What's next on our list? Okay, so it's going to be Mount Olive will be our next stop. Yeah, Mount Olive. And that should be near, or could be where Kipling is. But the good thing is it's easy to spot where a station would be. It's actually a little bit quiet. I enjoyed that moment of calm. though fleeting as it was. I am the only pedestrian on either side of the street. But look at all the foliage, how beautiful it is, seeing all that green, healthy and plush. So this is the time of year when, you know, as you probably well know, weeds are flourishing, but I'm like right on top of them. Since we dug up the old flower bed, rather weed bed, and put in new soil and new plants, I am just on top of it and making sure that there's nothing else growing there that shouldn't be. I remember my mom would always be on top of the weeds at her home. She was an avid gardener and an excellent gardener, and she had perennials planted, she had annuals planted. Like, there were 2 flower beds in the front of the house, and then along the stairs leading up to the house, on either side of that walkway stairway, there were flowers on either side of that. And then in the backyard there was a vegetable garden that my dad looked after, and then there were flowers in the back and a lot of perennials, mostly perennials in the back. And my mom was just all over those flower beds, making sure that they were free of weeds. And even when she would come visit my house, she was always cleaning up my weeds in my yard, and I couldn't imagine doing that, because back in those days, you know, I was working long days, and so the weekends were mine, and the last thing I wanted to do was something I didn't want to do, like cleaning out the weeds. So the yard was like, I would clean it out once a year and then plant and then not look at it again. And yeah, but things are different now that I'm retired, and now that we have that new flower bed. Like, I'm all over it, and I can appreciate now all the effort that, not just the effort, but now I can appreciate wanting to keep the flower beds weed free. So the good news is my niece used to come and visit once a year for sure. And of course last year that was off the books. But things are looking good this year, so we were actually looking forward to seeing her in September. Provided, of course, that, you know, everybody is, well, she's going to be vaccinated. I think she's scheduled for August. Can't remember. She's in Calgary. Or maybe, maybe it's, she did tell me, but I can't remember. Oh no, it's Monday. It was Monday, I think. What am I thinking? So she'll have her second dose. David and I will have our second dose on July 2nd. Then hope that the rest of the nation, the numbers are 0 or very close to as far as cases. And my niece can comfortably fly here. So that's really something that we're looking forward to. So I want to take her to, and it's funny because I never did that with this pair before, but I do want to take her to Rowntree Mills because, you know, there's so many cool independent shops there along that strip. When I did a walk along there, and that's why I rediscovered how cool that street is and that whole neighborhood. And, you know, I did say to her, you know, bring your walking shoes. So the good news is she likes to walk too. So when she visits me, I think we only took the car out a couple of times. Once to go to Niagara Falls, which was a big waste of time because it was jam-packed and lineups like crazy. But at least she got to see the falls. But we couldn't really do anything other than that. And then we had lunch and then we came back home. And what other time did we take the car? I don't know. Otherwise we walk everywhere. So we walk to and from downtown, and everything was on foot, and she liked it and looked forward to doing it. So that is just awesome. Okay. So the next stop is probably going to be at these lights. And I think I do see something on the south side of Finch. Is that Kipling? Yeah, I think so. That station is called, not Kipling, but that should be Mount Olive. Yeah. So it looks like there's a big mall here to the south, just here at Kipling and Finch. Kipling and Finch is two major streets crossing. So it makes sense to have a big, huge mall here. There's a Canadian Tire, cinemas. I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff in here. You know, of course, Tim Hortons, McDonald's. I'm sure there is it's probably a grocery store, I would think, in here as well. It's huge. It takes up a lot of space. Okay, read the signs. Can I continue walking on the north side of Finch? It looks like it, I think. Nothing that says that you can't. So that is looking south on Kipling Avenue. That is looking north. So I am not exactly sure where the station is going to be located. Now, one thing I did notice was, oh, I should press the signal here. One of the streets, one of the subway stops is named after a street that is not directly on Finch. And Mount Olive could be one of them. That is also named after a street that is not directly located near or on Finch. I don't see anything being dug up here. Oh, I think just up ahead actually. But you would think it'd be right here somewhere. Looking at Google Maps compared to what the website says with regard to where the stations are, none of them give an exact address, but they do give a street name. So this is as close as I'm going to get to any of the stations that are not directly on Finch. It's a whole new world here for me. This is the first time I've ever been here. Now I know the last stop is Humber College, and according to the station map, that station is clearly not directly on Finch. So I'm going to have to try and see if I can locate that. But all the other stations look like they're mapped on Finch. What's interesting is these orange this orange fencing belongs to Mosaic, which is the company that is working to get this line, to get this line in place. So I suspect Olive Mountain is maybe one street north of Finch, or maybe one street south. Maybe at the mall here would make sense. But I am not going to deviate off of Finch. So there's actually no road construction happening here. Like there's no road, there's no part of Finch that is blocked off. But you can see these pylons here. They're here for a reason. Now there is some construction that's going on to the south, on the south side rather, right by the beer store. But it could be unrelated. I doubt it though, right? I doubt it. Oh, Wait a minute. Oh, it looks really nice in there. Looks like a really nice park. Oh, Highfield Park, Stevenson. Okay, so this makes sense. This makes sense. So here, so Olive, or Mount Olive was at Kipling. Okay, so Stevenson, you can see probably, hopefully across the street. Just want to show you the street sign. So here is Stevenson Road. Okay, so that's where the next subway stop is going to be. So I'm just going to cross back over, get back onto Finch. Not sure what this guy was doing, but okay. Alrighty. Okay, that feels good. So that was Stevenson. Yeah, so let's just get to that station where I think the station is going to be. So here there's you can see there's some workers up here that are working on the south side of Finch. And there's Stevenson Avenue. Nice park. Yeah, so they don't want you crossing, walking along here. So there is a no frills, that's part of that mall. That is one big mall. Wow. Not a lot of cars in the parking lot. Somebody needs the grass watered. I always feel bad for neglected lawn and flowers and trees that don't get taken care of. They're living things. Well, can't control everything. Oh yeah, so this mall is called the Albion Center. Okay, so this looks like a good place to just conclude this part of today's video. I'm going to grab something to eat and I will pick up where we left off. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you in my next video. And it should be the last part of the Line 6 walk. Thank you for joining me. Again, please leave comments below. Let me know what you'd like to see and please consider subscribing. I appreciate you watching my videos. Thank you. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.